Today, I'll be using unofficial instructions to create a bunch of crazy alternate LEGO builds. Our goal is to turn a regular boring set into something crazy, unique, and just absolutely insane. But first, you need to subscribe and I gotta break it down. The first LEGO set that we'll be upgrading is the LEGO Creator Red Dragon set. Now this set comes with 149 pieces and 3 different alternative builds. The first Red Dragon build comes with some nice color contrast with the red, yellow, and blue, but the build itself is just kind of boring. And I wish I could say that the other 2 alternative builds are any better, but I would only really rate them a 6 or 7 out of 10. Even fake LEGO Steve looks a lot better. So let's use our unofficial instructions to fix it. Now we've turned a boring dragon into an ultimate super mech. The design for this mech is god tier. I love how it keeps all of the insane dragon elements like the horns, the wings, and tail, and includes all of these exaggerated proportions. But if you think that this mech isn't cool enough, we can rebuild it into this insane looking robotic samurai. Although being made out of the exact same pieces, this build looks completely different with an amazing head sculpt, crazy looking body armor, and this insane looking weapon. But Steve still thinks that all of these LEGO builds are super lame, so we'll use these pieces to build a shoe to kick him in the face. Comparing the new alternate LEGO builds, we definitely made some really creative changes, but these are going to be nothing compared to some of the alternate LEGO sets that we'll be creating in this video. The LEGO Minecraft Fox Lodge is one of the coolest LEGO Minecraft sets. The set includes a great mob house with a really detailed interior, an amazing selection of minifigures, but a giant creeper spawned and blew the whole thing up. So we'll be rebuilding the Fox Lodge into something even better. Now that we've finished the build, this could honestly pass for an official LEGO set. But I didn't realize this when I started making this video. For this specific custom, you do need 2 Fox Lodge houses to actually create this build, so I did take some serious creative liberty, but I do think that it turned out even better than the original design. I didn't have enough bright orange pieces for the Copper Golem house, so I needed to use some darker copper pieces, but thankfully it didn't turn out nearly as badly as I was expecting, and I actually think that it may have even turned out better than the official instructions version. The Copper Golem mob house design is super cute, and I literally can't wait until LEGO creates an official version. Which is inevitable, they will. It's only a matter of time. The interior of the Copper Golem house has all of the interior decor as the Fox Lodge, but just significantly more cramped so you can barely even fit in your player skin inside. Furthermore, the opposite side of the build has a ruined nether portal, a snowy mountain that our player skin can drown in, and an ice bath for the drowned. Lastly, to improve this build even more, I used a bunch of green tiles to smoothen out the mock of the Copper Golem house, and I even added plates with studs on the tiles so we can pop on all of our players' skins and the mobs onto the mock build. But as amazing as our Copper Golem house is, and as happy as I am with it, it's time to create some more awesome alternate LEGO builds. The next set that we'll be rebricking is the Mighty Dinosaur. This set comes with 174 pieces and has 3 different prehistoric LEGO builds. The first build is your standard green T-Rex, and for such a small set with such a small piece count, it's extremely well done. The head sculpt is solid, the body and tail and legs look amazing, but as amazing as the base of the set looks, he can also be turned into a pterodactyl that Steve can ride into battle, and an awesome triceratops with some crazy looking horns. But as crazy as the 3 alternate builds are, they're just completely boring and super basic. So I found 3 of the craziest alternate LEGO builds out of the 400 plus options for this set. The first build is the Mighty Mech. This alternate build is possibly the best one that we've seen so far, having the coolest and most different design from the original. Well, except maybe the shoe. Furthermore, the articulation for this figure uses all of the available joints that the Mighty Dinosaur had and takes full advantage of it being superposable. They even managed to add in an accessory chainsaw and some super deadly claws. But we've seen a lot of mech suits already, so the next alternative build will be a lot less Jurassic. The Warrior Bug alternate build stood out to me the most by far. This design was what actually made me buy this set specifically for this video. The head sculpt is horrifying and it could chomp the life out of Steve. The design is so creepy and alien-like, but I absolutely love it. It almost reminds me of something from Star Wars with how insane the creature's design is. If anyone knows what this is actually from, just leave it in the comments, I'm sure I'll see it. But the final alternative build is this beautiful Micro City skyline for our Micro Minecraft minifigures. But it was blown up by a creeper. The LEGO Minecraft Abandoned Mine is a super basic LEGO Minecraft set. You get your regular designs like an overworld plains detail, a basic mine shaft, some water and lava detail in the cave, your average minifigures like Steve, a zombie, a spider, and a mini slime, mineable ores, and a pretty lame play feature that breaks Steve's legs. Steve, you're not supposed to mine straight down. Since Steve has now broken his legs and he's kind of homeless, we're gonna need to build him a house so he doesn't die in his hardcore Minecraft world. Using pieces only from the abandoned mine set, we're able to create this epic blacksmith house for Steve to live in while he recovers from his injuries. The creator did a phenomenal job getting absolutely the most out of the available parts that were included in this set. And since our Steve minifigure is clearly a broke noob, the mix match blocks on the exterior of the blacksmith house matches what he could actually afford in-game.
Hit the mine, Steve!
The exterior of the house has some nice flower detail and even this cursed-looking blast furnace, but the interior of the house is super empty, and our boy Steve is gonna need some food to eat and get some rest so he can recover and get all those diamonds. So I added a few essentials into the house so he doesn't starve to death. The LEGO Minecraft Creeper was one of my favorite LEGO Minecraft sets that came out in 2025. The buildable figure is super accurate to its in-game counterpart and has some amazing posability and even includes some insane Easter eggs if you rip off his face. But I've possibly found the greatest Rebrickable instructions of all time. I'm a big Star Wars fan, if you couldn't tell. And today we'll be turning this regular Creeper into a Millennium Falcon, only using pieces included in this set. Now the instructions for this amazing alternative build are unfortunately not free, but I think that it was totally worth it to get such a creative design. They even managed to uncurse the pig. This alternate build really captures all the best details on the ship while looking completely unique. I especially love how the designer ensured that the creeper face was going to be preserved on the top of the ship. Now, as spectacular as this build is, there were a bunch of extra pieces left over, so the designer decided to create an attachable flight stand made out of only the extra pieces. Now, this build can be displayed beside all of the other custom builds. It was crazy and amazing that this Creeper Millennium Falcon looks. This set can only really be turned into one alternative build. So my challenge to you guys is if you can find any other alternative build using only these pieces, leave it down in the comments below or pop it on the community page. Now the Creeper Falcon was absolutely amazing, but these next 3 creator builds are going to be the craziest things you have ever seen. The LEGO Creator Space Astronaut set comes with 647 pieces and 3 super amazing official alternative builds. The first alternative build is a basic but super amazing. It is the Space Astronaut. This buildable figure is one of the most detailed and most accurate LEGO builds that we've seen. I especially love how LEGO included a flight stand for the buildable figure to make it actually look like it's floating in space. And the next 2 alternative builds are just as amazing. The first being this super cute looking space dog with a rocket backpack and this super speedy spaceship that Steve can ride in and use to race the Creeper Millennium Falcon. But as great as all 3 of these builds are, the alternative builds are all space themed, so we're just gonna have to get a little bit more creative. The first build, we turned back the clock and created a cosmic Spinosaurus. This phenomenal alternative LEGO build completely transforms the original astronaut set into something completely unique. I especially love how the creator was able to utilize the very bland color palette of the set and effectively turn it into something more of a vibrant design. They even managed to include this insane amount of posability so he can not only look amazing on display, but he can also destroy Steve's house. Now this custom build is absolutely amazing, and shout out to the original creator for letting me use this in my video. Links into the descriptions if you're interested in the instructions. But I found 2 more alternative builds that are just as phenomenal. Since Steve is sick of getting picked on, the Spinosaurus and him became best friends, and together they built a Steve Cosmic Spaceman mech suit. This alternative build, although looking similar to the original Spaceman suit, looks completely different and flips the original design completely on its head. Instead of being a boring old Spaceman suit, this thing is ready for battle, and it can even fit Steve in the pilot seat. Now this upgraded mech suit will ensure that Steve never gets picked on again, because it has the most advanced weapon system like the shoulder cannon rockets and the mega blaster cannon to destroy all of the enemy mobs. But as the battle ready and strapped up Steve is, he can never escape his own mortality. So for the last alternative build, I created a horrifying human skull to give me night terrors and remind me that one day we'll all inevitably die. Now thank you all for watching. Comment down below what your favorite alternative build was, and all links are in the description. Subscribe!